Hi guys, Denise here from Steve's Art, and we are going to get going on something. I don't care what it is. We're just going to do it. It's been hard to be in this room, but see this piece of paper? We are going to focus on this piece of paper. It's a watercolor paper, and I had to find this board, and I had to like literally take a piece of artwork off it that had been drying in order to use it. But that's okay. We're gonna have some fun. So I think I'm gonna have fun. I'm a broken back, broke back person. So I guess what we're gonna do now is just I want to definitely get it down on the board. I do have a cutting system so that I can cut away the edges when I want to frame it or whatever, but I like to have it in. I'm an eyeballer. I'm really bad at that. I swear I am so bad at that. I'm bad, but it's good. So while I was doing this piece, I was listening to a radio station in St. Augustine, Oldie But Goodies, and there was the Mamas and the Papas and Monday, da da. I loved it. I really wish I could listen to that kind of music while I'm working with you guys, but unfortunately, you know, those are rules, the little rules. So here we are, and so I want to catch you guys up while I'm taping, because so many of you have been emailing me, and I've gotten back to a majority. I broke 2 bones in my spine. I broke the L3 and the L4, and they did a chitoplasty, which is they put they put a balloon in each of the vertebrae, the L3 and the L4, and then they inserted cement. So like literally an hour and a half after surgery, they forced me to get up and walk. That was weird. The next day I was discharged. Yeah, that's how fast that happens. Okay, you break your back in 2 places and you get to go home the next day. Although I was in the hospital for 7 days. Nothing ever happened over the holiday because unfortunately I went in the day before Christmas, and I stayed in a bed in the emergency ward in the hallway because they were overwhelmed. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to go ahead and apply a gloss medium. You could use matte, you could use PVC glue, whatever it is. Just get that down there first, because if you don't put that on your paper or your frame or whatever it is you're using, it's not going to work. Nothing's going to happen the way you want it to. So do it. And even though I really like the effects I got with this one here, we're going to do this probably multiple times. I just want to see how far I can take the layering, because it's really fun. I failed at this the first time, and I got to sleep on it the last few weeks, and I see what I failed in. So we're going to go ahead and goop this on. I've got a spongy. Spongies are good because you can get them by the bag really cheap. You can rinse them and reuse them, and because everything I'm using right here is water-based, I'm not going to be throwing this guy out. I'm going to be using them again. I'm just going to wash them really good and use them again, which is cool. So, a lot of you wonder, we're going to let that dry. So I'm going to probably blow it dry right now. And so a lot of you might wonder, okay, so what's it like to break your back? And well, this is what I've been doing. I've been bored, so I've been burning paper. And because the last piece that we did together was a monotype, and I just pulled it up off the acrylic plate, and I really think there's like a whole wonderland in there, so I was gonna burn that. So we're gonna dry this right now. But now I want to ask you guys, because a lot of people ask me, and I'm not gonna ask you guys, I want to inform you guys, because I was asked multiple times, how do you break your back in 2 places and not be crippled? Well, it all depends on what vertebrae you smash. Okay, mine were right down there in the middle of my back, And apparently I have fallen multiple times before and actually like broke the one of them without even knowing it. Although, you know, I have suffered some days, bad back days or whatever, but I didn't know I had already broken. So what you do is you get chitoplasty. There's chitoplasties where they put a balloon in your the vertebrae that you broke, and they put a balloon in there, and then they fill it with a cement, you know, body friendly cement, whatever that is, silicone, whatever. And this way the cement doesn't leak out. Now there's vertoplasty, which they don't put a balloon in, and they just squirt that cement in there, and it could travel to all parts of your body. So 2 days before they were thinking about doing my surgery, I had already been, my husband brought my laptop in, so I had already been studying, you know, vertoplasty versus chitoplasty. And when the neurosurgeon came in, I said, chitoplasty, please. I don't want any cement. I don't want even the thought of cement leaving and going to other organs of my body, including my brain. So once we get it nice and dry then, and we're going to talk in between here because I can. So now let's paint. And we are going to hosier this down with a lot of water. Look at me, I'm taking up my sleeves because we're getting ready to work it. No, we're gonna hosier it with alcohol inks first because I'm a goof that way. We're gonna use inks multiple times in this, and I think that's cool because alcohol inks and acrylic paint are like a marriage in heaven. And because this is a part one, tomorrow what we're gonna do is, I have no idea, which I love very much. We could stop right here and then I'll just like start drawing on it, or we could do a whole nother layer, you know, by starting again with an acrylic medium to cover it so that everything that's underneath stays, and we can do whatever we want on top. So I'm using two alcohol inks that I made from Sharpies. One is a purple and the other one is red, and their red is a beautiful magenta, so you can, you know, have at it. I did put in also teal, or like, I guess it would be teal, but I labeled it as emerald green because that's what you get, you know. Teal, emerald green, I don't know. Potato, who knows? But you can see where we have an opportunity here because of it's in liquid form that we can do something. And I had a piece of I bought some silicone at the dollar store, and I was like, all right, I'm ready, let's do this. And I was quite surprised at what I could actually do with the sponge. Not only did it leave texture, but I was able to paint with it. And that's where I really fell in love. Yes, yes, yes. Look at the painting. You can paint, you can paint. Now, I could have actually pulled a print off of this, believe it or not. But that's for another story. That's for another day. Because that tree didn't even stay in the game, but it's beautiful. Wasn't she a beautiful girl? I love her. So, all right. I was like, woo, yeah, a dollar store tool. But if you look, everything kind of just starts to slowly fade away. And so what we need to do is to dry it. And I decided to take a small wooden tool and see if I could, nah, that didn't work. So let's dry her out, and we got more to do with this puppy. Yeah, it's hot in here right now, guys. Oh my God. Are we almost done with the video? Ah! Yes. So you know what? I'm going to leave you guys until, no, I'm not. I'm going to stay with you. Because I'm watching the paint dry in front of me on this piece, and I really like it. I'm peeling pieces off. If you're going to try this technique with the cellophane or plastic or whatever it is, I've already failed. And the reason why I failed was if it takes your piece more than an hour to dry, you failed. Your paint was too thick. You didn't have a good coat underneath the paper, which is like I said, the gloss medium. I also have, I think I bought a gallon of, I bought a gallon of Mod Podge. So, you know, you can use all those things to seal with between the layers, and you can just keep creating, and who cares? You're just doing it, you know, you're getting it out there, you're getting it done. So that's the stuff I'm gonna use. I've been collecting these at work. We have flatbreads, and all the flatbreads come with a bag, and so I meticulously kept saving them because it's the perfect medium for this. I mean, cellophane is too sticky, you can't stretch it, you can't really put it where you want it to, but this stuff lets me do just about whatever I want it to do, and it's really cool. So love that stuff, I like in the back of my car. I'm not working right now, I won't be working till at least the 24th, but in the back of my car I have enough saved up that I could probably do 5,000. Yeah, because I'm that kind of person. I save stuff. So let's hose it down. We're going to hosier with the water. Hosier with the water. And don't be skimpy on the water. I mean, it's okay if you get too much on there. You can take it off. And that is still going to give you some really incredible effects. Just do it. Do it. Do it. It's awesome. So here we go. Save that, like I said before, save it. And I have burnt umber. Woo! It's a very thick. It's a burnt umber. Who's your burnt umber? And I'm using crimson red. On the bottle it just says red, but trust me, it's a crimson red. I know that because it's my favorite red. So, or what is that red? Oh my gosh, I could be totally wrong, guys. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. I really don't pay too much attention to that stuff. It's the color I like, and you know, I don't know. So, I notice I have a lot of water down here, so I'm adding a little bit more paint. And you're gonna see a fail fix. Or a fix fail, right? Because I totally, too much water. So watch me. Watch as I fail. And fix. And listen to this wonderful background music. Fail, 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 fail. Fail, 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 fail. It's a fail. It's a fail, 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 fail. I am failing. It's too wet. Like, that is way too wet. Let's, wait a minute. I was going to put more paint down, but then I thought, let's get a paper towel and mop this mess up. Yes. Let's mop it up. We aren't giving up on this piece. No. And you get some really cool effects from the paper towels. Just so you know. You're not screwing anything up. And I'm not worried about the background. That's just a background. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and hit her up. And probably do a little bit better of a job getting the colors dispersed the way we want them. And again, I'm going to use the same one. It's got paint on it already. I'm not wasting nothing here, guys. And I realized it still was a little thick, so I actually did add more water because that's what you gotta do. If it's not moist enough, it is totally not going to work out for you. And I'm talking moist like really wet. Like if you were to dilute your acrylic. Oh, here I'm going to add some ethanol because it's liquefied enough. And if it's not liquefied enough and you don't have a good seal on there, you are not going to get those effects. So, the ethanol worked because the paint was really wet and I had a good seal under there with the gloss medium. Now you can use matte, you can use anything you want. Let's get ready and put that plastic on it. And I shake that to remind you guys we're going to save those and reuse them. So I crumbled it up. It's a bread bag. It's thicker than cellophane. I tried cellophane. I was not happy with cellophane. I mean, you know, you pull it off and it wants to stick to itself, and then there's no stretching it out. You need a more medium thick plastic bag. But what's cool with these is you can use them over and over and over and over again. You are not like locked in to using it one time and throwing it away. You know, you got the other side. Or if you don't mind the paint being on there, you know, and I decided to use my my Braille roller here because why not? I really loved some of the veins that were coming up in this, and I'm very excited about this. And I can't wait for part 2, because that's what we do. It's part 2. So, I guess we're getting toward the end of this. You can go ahead and crumble. You can move and what I'm saying here is we need to add time. Time is really important. We can pull it up and look at it, and that's what I decided to do. But then it gets better. Look at what we have. If it was not as watery, we would not have, we wouldn't see anything. There'd be no marks at all. And so I thought, let's go in and dry it up a little bit. I saw pools in there, so I thought I'm gonna get a piece of paper towel and add more distinct texture in there. And that's what I did. And I was amored. I couldn't believe the textures I was getting. I thought this is really the key to the art that's in my head. And so, I mean, this is me exploring and loving every minute of it, making all the mistakes, and I hope that I'm helping you all out when you try to do this as well. So it's really wet, and then I got an idea. Let's... I'm like, this is not drying fast enough for me. I have attention deficit. Let's hose it down with alcohol inks. Why not? Alcohol dries fast. That's my brain going, okay, let's do this. All right, alcohol inks it is. What color do we want to use? I don't know. Let's go for teal. Yeah, teal it is. And by the way, guys, these are Sharpie colors, and I have to replenish real soon here. So let me know if you want to see me make alcohol inks. I'm gonna be putting them in a bigger spray bottle, so I'll be using more nibs and stubs and stuff. And if you want to see that, let me know. All right, so there's my teal. That's a Sharpie teal. It's an awesome teal. Sharpie doesn't label it as teal, but that's the color it comes out in. All right, and now we hosiered, and let's put the plastic back on it. That's right, that's right, that's right. OMG. That's where the magic happened. I cannot believe it, guys. I mean, I can't wait to rip this off tomorrow and be with you guys and talk about layer number 2. I mean, I hope you're as excited as I am. You don't have to be, but that's okay. Because I don't really have a choice. I have no choice about being excited. This is awesome. Look at that textures. It's just great. It's your brain on fire. It's your brain on art. I love you guys. This is Denise from Susar. Ciao, Bella.